So I get a 45-minute break today. Mostly because I think I got a lot done today also. There they are. It was one of those days where it's like, it wasn't crazy busy, but it was steady enough that like I was occupied. I had things to do. And you know, it's almost like I'm at a point in my day-to-day operations here where like I'm always doing the same thing, but the alternate focus, I've got to shift, you know? I've got to do like this area on this day and that area on that day. And I have to keep it in that kind of rotation in order to keep things moving here. And that's the energy, kind of like gears turning is what I'm seeing. Or like the clock arena from Hunger Games. And there's an energy here of cleaning house, because that's essentially what happened. Reorganization. So because I had things sectioned out, right? There was different areas that were getting balanced at different times. And you would take one area and make it totally clean, cleared out, swept up, you know, it's looking gorgeous. But then you've still got the other slices of the clock to worry about. So then you've got this area to work with while you clean up the next one. And that includes having to put things back into section 1 in order to clear out section 2 and make that one pristine. And then you've got section 2 to clear out section 3. And you kind of wind up clearing an area, filling it back up, clearing another area, filling it back up. And it's a process of reducing down. 6 of Wands. We're boiling down the issues. Every time we make it around the clock, we've got less to worry about. And you're achieving massive things here. Even though somebody might come in and look at one slice of the pie, they might look at one section of your life or of your project, of what you have going on, and they might make a judgment about that. They might think like that you don't know what you're doing, or that you're prioritizing things incorrectly, or, you know, from their perception, because this one slice of the pie has clutter, that you haven't been going through the entire thing multiple times, and it's a lot better than it ever was before. But some people just don't have that frame of reference. Some people never saw it when it was really bad. And we're not meeting opposition here. If anything, we're being given our accolades on this one. But don't let that one person who still has something to say get to you, because you know the value in what you're doing. You know what you bring to the table, and that's what's important. You know your worth, and the right people in your life are going to see that too. But there's that energetic clearing out. We've got that's a little bit of fuckboy energy there. I'm getting that. Hold on. My boss was wondering where I put something. So I don't actually remember what I was talking about. Slow and steady movement. People appreciating you on the whole, but there might be one or two people that are just not going to be satisfied. They don't have that frame of reference. And Emperor and Empress here. We've got things coming into balance, things coming into union here. And that's not just the areas of your life or love or your natures of masculine and feminine coming into complete balance. This is you finding peace. And weirdly, we split to the Hanged Man, which I usually take as a pause or enlightenment because he's got that, you know, halo. But there is something very peaceful about his face. That is what I'm taking from that Hanged Man split right there. That stillness isn't always a bad thing. this, with the Six of Wands that we pulled earlier, I'm getting that it's time to celebrate yourself. Things are about to pick up and move again pretty rapidly. And, you know, every time, it almost feels like I don't even realize that we're, for once, I don't even realize that the roller coaster has really slowed down until I get the message that it's time to rest real quick and before it picks up again. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I guess we did just hit a check mark. Six of Wands. Let's take notice of our own victories right now. We have made a hell of a lot of progress, not just this month, but this year. And it's almost like the energy of a dam breaking. Like everything that has been coming in for you, that has been meant to come in for you. Look at that. Everything that's been meant to come in for you has been building and building and building and growing in pressure. And then it's like suddenly you were able to clear out that clock we were talking about with the pies and the different areas in your life. It's almost like the filter. You're clearing the filter right now. And it's a water analogy, not a dam analogy anymore. But like when a filter's clogged, you can't pump water through. So if it was like a fish tank, you got a clogged filter, you're not getting water movement. But this act is clearing the filter. We are about to whoosh. And I actually didn't feel, I guess I did. You know, the pullback before you shoot forward was that little test yesterday. And you know, I apologized. I didn't see, like, the one guy that I had my little tiff with, I didn't get a chance to apologize to him because he was on the phone. But you know, we dumped it out. I think we're cool. We said hello, but I didn't get the chance to have the conversation. So I don't know. I feel like if the energy feels like that still needs to happen, next time I see him, I'm going to do that. But you know, their response, the other guy, his response was, we're human. You know, shit happens. And I think reconnecting with the heart space here is the most important thing. And when you give compassion, you're met with compassion. When you give patience, you're met with patience. And you don't give up on yourself or the situations in your life, and you decide to make it work, that can be rewarded. And you know, I was talking to somebody today who, interesting. Somebody from the hospital next door, because that's what it is. When I got lost the other day and I found that hospital, I wound up in the hospital parking lot. It was like I was zoning out, and I must have turned too early. And there's us, and then there's a massive post office center. It's not like a singular post office. It's where like all the mail trucks in the area go to park at night. So it's like a giant post office. And there's like, I've never seen so many mail cars in my life. And then next to that is the hospital. So it's literally 2 doors down. Two doors down is that hospital. And one of the ladies from the hospital dropped off a bunch of chairs today, and I ended up talking to her, and it just like felt like connected, I guess. And I don't know why that hospital matters right now. And I'm just really hoping that, like, 6 months again, I'm just really hoping that I don't need to know where that is for a bad reason. Like if there's some kind of emergency or something. I'm manifesting that everybody's happy and healthy in my workplace all the time, and nothing bad happens at all. Abundance. Abundant energy. So it's good that I know where it is, just in case, but hopefully we don't have to use that information. But the other thing I was thinking about was, like, I applied for a bunch of like secretary positions for doctors' offices and stuff like that. And even though I'm technically not qualified, and they want you to have been in the field for however long to be not an assistant, like a receptionist or whatever.